What is going on, everybody? Hey, Monty here with another edition, another episode of Hey Chill. It's just a podcast. It's just another week here with another group of people that I dislike these two the most. And you
Yet
guys
another
already know.
week that this man's toes is hanging off of them slides.
Yo, leave my fucking slides alone. I don't want to talk about it. We don't have to mention them on camera.
You're like a hawk.
We'll talk about it later. Anyway, let's welcome our guest for the week. Cosmic K's in the building. I wish my buttons were still working so I can get the fucking... I don't know what happened.
It's God. God stopped that. Because you were so bad.
He was terrible.
The God's like, no more.
Right.
By bad, they meant I was getting too good with that shit. You feel me? I
No.
was on point with them sounds. Anyway, so y'all already know how it goes. It's Kosmic K's first time on the podcast today. I'm really trying to fix this mic. I'll fix it later. So we're going to interview her first, kind of get to know her, and then we're just going to talk about things because I know these guys are ready. I know Ed over there looking like he's ready to be Dickhead Ed today. I'm ready for it too. He's been on. He's you know, he's just Ed. You feel me? Whatever. Anyway, Kosmic K, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I can't complain. So we're gonna really just kind of ask you just some simple questions. Honestly, get to know you a little bit about your life, a little bit about who you are as a person, and then really talk about the music. Talk about what we got going on. You know what I mean? Yeah. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Now I know you're gonna be talking quiet, so be close to the mic, cause you know.
All right.
Back here, you're gonna be like, what's she saying? Feel me. Anyway, all right, so first things first. Let's get like a general description of who you are. You know what I mean? Like just give a general description of who you are, what you do.
Well, I'm a mom. I have 2 boys.
Okay.
So
Boy
that's like a
moms.
big, big part of my life. My youngest is 3. My oldest is 6. He's about to be 7. And then besides that, what I do is music. I'm also a bartender. So.
Where do you bartend? I don't know if you want to share that, but
County Grill. There's multiple.
I
So
fucking
it's
love
okay.
that place.
Right.
Y'all ever been? You ever been there, bro?
No.
County Grill is busting.
I used to go there. To
I don't
get
even know where that
ribs all
is.
the
They
Is
time.
it
got, like,
Hampton?
It's the
He's
barbecue
like-
for me.
They're kind of like mashed
Girl.
potatoes for real. They say it's like a cheese potato salad, but it's like warm, and that shit's like mashed potatoes with like cheese in them.
Bro, we talking about liquor, not potatoes.
I
like,
know, but
You
we're
should-
talking
but
about
it said
County
country,
Grill.
I said country.
so it's
County
a
Grill.
restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like a
there you
bar
go.
grill
It's
type
not
of
a
thing.
bar. It's a restaurant.
Whatever.
It's a bar and grill.
Okay, there you go.
No,
Boom.
it's a duel.
Yeah.
Well, sorry.
He's
you've
talking
never
about
been there.
liquor, and then it goes potatoes. I'm sorry.
But we
I
were
was
talking.
confused.
Whatever. Anyway,
You're talking
moving
to an
on.
alcoholic. You can't
Exactly.
jump from alcohol to food.
You're right.
Apparently, It's-
You know
My
what I'm saying?
apologies. I should have known.
You should have.
we don't.
Anyway,
believe in
can we get back
nourishment
to the
around
question,
here.
please?
Yes.
Question at hand. Jesus Christ. How long have you been doing music for?
Oh gosh, I've always done music. Like even as a kid, I used to sing all the time.
But like, how long have you taken it serious? Though?
Taking it seriously. I started recording in high school. That's when I did like my first EP. Then I took a few years off and started recording again when I did Forgotten Seeds.
So, how, I was
You
Never
look
mind.
jumbled.
no, because
Yeah.
I was about to, because it's like I was about to say how long ago was that, but then that's like asking like how old are you type of thing, and I wasn't trying to do that, but I was just like how long ago was that, and I wasn't trying to. How long ago was that?
Well, I'm turning 26
Okay, there we go.
this month, so.
Fair enough. Anyway, so like, what was like life like for you as a kid? Like, did you have like, just what was life like for you? 2 parent, 1 parent?
One parent, my mom raised me.
Yeah. How was that?
Yeah.
Like, what was that like?
I mean, it was tough, but she definitely took care of us, me and my brother. She raised both of us by herself. She's very strong, and I love her for that. I have like rekindled my relationship with my dad like since then, but
It's pretty solid.
Was she a musical influence?
yes and no. My mom swears she cannot sing, but I promise you, like, she sings. Like, every Saturday we would clean up when I was a kid, and we would do, like, Beyonce Countdown, all that stuff while we're cleaning. And she would just sing her heart out, and she swears, no, I can't sing. I get it from her, though. I do.
I
Can relate.
honestly don't know where I get any type of like singing talent from because like my parents both can't sing, and like I don't know who else in my family besides me that can. Like my dad can a little bit. but,
Whoever
like,
told you that you could sing?
I can sing actually.
I'm just,
So
I'm just kidding. I'm
you know.
sorry.
Oh yeah, she toasting right now.
she trying.
Yeah, she toasting.
I mean, I could just
No,
toast your ass
no.
up
My
with that.
sister said that he's Shawn Mendes. She loves his voice.
They call me J Beebs. You feel me? They call me Bieber.
J.
Wow. I ain't go that
That's
far.
Honestly, I would unfriend all of them because they're not being honest. Though he can sing and he can keep a tune, yes, he makes fire music. But J Beebs is wild.
No, really.
I was kidding. It was a joke.
Nope.
Relax.
I took it there.
I'm so sick of you two.
So, what would you say? Because you said she's a singer but non-singer. Like, what was played in the house during that time?
Well, obviously, we definitely did like a lot of Beyonce, like cleaning up and stuff. My mom loves Jasmine Sullivan. She also really likes Adele, which I love. Adele.
Who doesn't?
Just like practicing my voice. Like I always try to do songs that are bigger than my voice when I'm like practicing, rehearsing or whatever, and see if I can match that. And that's one person who's like, I'd say helped me get lower in my lows. So,
Oh man, her and Brandy. Ah, Brandy.
Are you saying like her?
No, I'm saying her as in Adele.
Oh,
and
okay.
Brandy.
Because when you say her, I thought you were talking about.
Like what she was saying, like
Yeah.
with Jasmine Sullivan, especially with the runs and stuff. Oh man.
So
she
you
be
and
running.
your mom are
She does it
considered
with
part of
ease.
the Beehive.
Ugh.
Why?
I had to do it. Like y'all are considered, part of the Beehive.
I like Beyonce. No, I don't like over obsess about.
Right.
I wouldn't say she's my favorite artist. I do love, like, I take a lot of lessons as far as like running on the treadmill and singing at the same time. That's something I would take from her, and just like her voice control is amazing, but she's not my favorite.
Which I gotta give you props on, because a lot of artists, it's part of artist development, but they do not incorporate that with themselves. You said running on the treadmill and singing your song or rehearsing your song. That's breath control, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of y'all don't have it going on stage. So I appreciate that, hearing that from you, because you're actually one of the first artists in the 757 that I've heard that does that or takes that necessary steps to improve themselves. So definitely unique.
Thank you.
I was so focused on trying to fix myself over here. I'm so sorry. I was
No, you're
totally
fine.
like
It's
lost
okay.
in the sauce.
It's
over
okay.
here.
This is what we're here for.
Continuing on to the next question here, because I have no idea what was just being said. I was so focused over here. I'm sorry. Bam. So you guys listened to a lot of stuff as a child. I gotta just like rejumble here. I'm sorry. Bam. So what was like your school life like? Like, were you a trouble kid? Like, did you get in a lot of trouble? Did you? I feel like you were quiet.
No, I used to always get the notes home and like on my report cards
Wilding
and
out
stuff.
and
Talk
shit.
too much. Just talk too much. I mean, I did well as far as academics or whatever, but I was very social. Now I am like shy first meeting people, but when I get comfortable,
Wow.
I just was talking all the time at school.
Mm.
That's okay. I got good grades, so
Right.
kind of balanced it out.
Everybody needs balance. That's what matters,
Yeah.
I think.
Go ahead.
I think the shyness, I understand it and I expect it because I see it. But doing my due diligence and doing the research, there is a fun side to you. You know what I'm saying? You're traveling the world. You're taking the vacations. You're on stage. Very family oriented. I think you gave like 2-3 birthday shout outs in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, my whole family born this month, so.
Yeah, definitely noticed. September is a special month for y'all.
Yes.
House of Virgos and Libras.
And Libras. Don't
You know
forget
what I'm saying?
According to the calendar.
I'm just saying.
According to the calendar.
According to that's why I thought she was a Virgo at first, because I was like, okay, cool, quiet, silent. But then you have that aspect to you where, when it comes to your music, you're a singer.
Yeah.
You're talking about deep things that you're going through, but you also got that rapper side where you're snappy. You're snappy. The bars are there. Don't sugarcoat it. The bars are there. You know what I'm saying? I was very impressed. And yeah,
Thank you.
What do you prefer to do? Do you like singing better or rapping? Like,
I don't like to say I have a preference. I do feel like I've always sang. That was like the first thing I did. So that's more of me. But exploring my voice, exploring rap and stuff like that is still something I like to do too. So I don't really have a favorite. I like to
in like
dibble and dabble.
in that quest of like finding yourself, like, and finding your voice, like what genres did you tap into to Did you tap into a lot of different genres, or did you really try to stick with one, but just different styles of the one?
I think that like mainly I do R&B soul. That's kind of been where I started, but I don't like to just stay in one area. Because I feel like music is supposed to be expression. It's not supposed to be something that you box in. So I would say I probably wouldn't do like metal, but maybe I do country and blues, jazz. I like all of
I can see you.
That would be fun.
Even our alternative rock. I mean,
right.
You seen? I think we've all seen and we all heard
some like Paramore type stuff.
Not even that. Like Lil Wayne. Like Lil Wayne when he did Lollipop. Lollipop, Queen. Prom Queen, and he was harmonizing a lot of his tunes and his vocals and stuff like that. But it was still, you could rap alternative. You know what I'm saying?
No, you said that was alternative rock though. That wasn't alternative rock.
It kind of was though. He got Lollipop?
It all. Lollipop wasn't. Prom Queen was.
Prom Queen, I can.
Yeah, okay, Prom Queen. But you know, his whole album that he did was like an alternative.
Like Let It Rock was a better example.
Was the album that Prom Queen was on was his whole little rock star mode.
It was like a phase, and I think I understand what she was talking about. Like, I can jump in different lanes. You know,
I feel like all the best artists really do. Honestly, there's no true artist that just sticks to one genre.
Well, I mean, because there's like, I feel like. For me personally, like my voice doesn't sound good in every type of style of music. Like I kind of have my selective style where I sound good. Everything else I feel like I force out. So I feel like that's the same with a lot of singers. Like we try different shit, but a lot of it doesn't sound that good. Like we lie to ourselves at first and we're like, this is pretty good. And then we listen to it like 3 weeks down the line, 4 weeks down the line. You're like, that shit wasn't as good as I thought. And then you just move on. But it's good to like always venture into the new different styles and just try shit just to see, because that's how I figured out where my shit, like where I sounded good and where I didn't. Because like when I first started, I was rapping and stuff, I was trying to sound like a gangster rapper at first, and then I realized that's just listen to my voice, one, and two, I'm not from the streets, so I
want to hear that so bad.
It's like that. He got a whole video.
I want to hear
everything.
him try to be a gangster rapper.
Video.
The New York video where you were rapping.
Oh
on the
no,
sofa?
no, that wasn't me trying to do the gangster type shit though.
It was more gangster than that.
Yeah, it was trying the yeah. It was bad, bro. We're not gonna go into those. We're those are in the archives and gone.
Posers.
Pull it up behind the scenes.
No, for real, because
I gotta find it. I honestly gotta find it, but it was so bad. Anyway, so like, do you do a lot of performing now?
I haven't as of lately. I try to do. I'm a person who has really bad stage fright sometimes, and it's just like nerves wise. I'd rather be in the booth, but like the more and more that I perform, the more I really like enjoy it. Like the last few performances I had, I loved it. So I feel like doing it consistently kind of like helps.
Yeah, I mean, I think as an artist, when you're get like new and you don't really perform too much, you always have those nerves because like you don't know if they're gonna like your music, you don't know if you're gonna fuck up. But do you practice? Do you rehearse at all?
Yeah.
Is it important to you to rehearse?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If I'm not prepared, that's too much.
Yeah.
It's
but
too much.
Do you rehearse only when you have a show, or do you just like consistently rehearse every maybe once or twice a week, just rehearse?
Yeah, I would say it's like I do like vocal exercises and stuff weekly. But I also will run through like Vacation. That's my new song. So, go through it a couple times, maybe go back to something old just to make sure that I have my voice correct, just in case somebody's like, hey, sing that song.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you.
I feel like that is a crazy, crazy statement. Because I hear what you're saying right now. Either you got a real, real good cameraman, or because the clips that I've seen and the videos that I've seen, like you look like you're in tune, and especially with doing all these festivals. I think the earliest festival that I seen was like in 2015, kind of low cut, and I'm just like, and you're talking right now, and you're just like, yeah, I got stage fright. That's crazy. But to go to a festival, sing your song and perform it, and festivals are kind of a big thing.
Yeah.
So you're like overcoming your fear as you go, but from the outside looking in, nobody would know unless they heard you say this just now. It's wild.
That's good. That's the goal.
Okay. So I hear the stage fright, because I can hear you singing, and it's like, okay, like when she like take for instance, it was a cover that you did I saw on Instagram, and it was like, okay, I hear it. And then it's like you can hear the nerves when you're performing, but it looks like you're a natural. It's like you sell it wonderfully. I mean, wonderfully. You can hear it, but it's not like, oh, too bad. And I only say that because that's one thing that I point out in myself sometimes. It's like you can hear yourself when you're getting a little shaky, or you're just like, you can hear that. So it's like it's easier for you to kind of point it out and be like, oh, that person's kind of nervous, because you can relate to it. But yeah, other than that, I applaud, because I couldn't do it, to get up in front of a whole bunch of people like that and perform. I haven't performed in front of, like, sung in front of as many people.
No, I mean, I get that, but you still did get up and sing in
but
front
that's
of
my point. That's what I'm saying, is I can relate into the nerves aspect. But
yeah, I mean, definitely being on like a big stage in a festival vibe, that's a lot more people for sure.
Exactly.
Like, tell me what that experience was like for you.
Well, the stage is a little bit different. So just being the way it was, like, up, and then you're kind of like in this little bleachers that are going around this hole, so you can see everybody because they have it kind of tiered to where there's all the people in the back, but then there's people who sat really close, and then you can see everybody's face. So it's kind of hard, because normally if I'm inside somewhere, I can always find a focal point so that it doesn't really bother me. But to be able to look at every single person can be intimidating. But that particular stage, I was on that stage like 3 or 4 times. So now it's not as scary. The first 2 times, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's like super normal though as an artist to just always get those like jitters, like those pre-performance jitters. But then like once you get out there, it's not that bad. Like,
I kind of want to reiterate what Monty was talking about earlier when you were, you said high school is when you started and you were like, you taking it seriously. But even then, kind of want to go in depth on that. Like, when did you know that this was, I'm changing this from a hobby, from just singing, going to a booth, and I want to be a superstar? Or is that the goal? Because I'm sorry, I might be projecting, but.
Well, I don't know. I think I always kind of had that, I want to be a star. Like, as a kid, obviously it was like a super huge dream as a little girl. But I kind of feel like taking music, like even in high school, whether I was going to be like a superstar or not, I still took my music seriously. In my recording and just trying to like get better with my voice and things like that. Now, I did take time off after school, and then when I worked on Forgotten Seeds, that was kind of like me coming back to music, like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna get back to it, take it actually seriously this time as a business and not just a hobby. So
Interesting.
So like, do you still have like that same passion of that you had as a kid, as far as like, I still want to be like a big star? Like, do you still have that goal in mind, or do you have like, have they kind of adjusted and changed through time? Or
I would say yes and no, because I kind of just want what's for me, and I feel like music has been a big part of my life, and also I feel like a gift in my life. So I feel like, that being said, that's where God is leading me. Now, how big it is like based on him. It's not really based on me, but I do want to continue to do it to the best of my ability, and if it takes me somewhere larger, hey, that's the goal.
Have you had any thoughts about doing like just behind the scenes performance work, so just like voiceovers or just singing for records, because there's a lot of like things that you can do as an artist that a lot of people don't even know, like just singing hooks on songs. Like, I know you guys have heard a song that you just heard a random girl on the hook and you didn't even know who it was, and then it turns into a sample, and
that's
then
like
it turns into a million
Skylar
different
Grey.
things. Yeah, that's a perfect example, actually. Skylar Grey is perfect example, because
where's Skylar?
Exactly.
Right, where is Skylar?
That was she just popped out of nowhere too and hopped on, because she had a beautiful voice, So there's definitely a lot of opportunities for artists out there that they just don't even know about. But has that ever has that thought ever came to you? Like,
yeah, of course. I mean, it took me a while to love being on the stage, so I definitely have thought about everything else. And I love writing specifically. Like there's things I would write that I probably never would sing myself, but that doesn't mean somebody else can't sing it. It's just, it's an expression. It might be for somebody else. So
there's so many things happening today.
It's all right. As an artist, Kosmic K, and I'm saying it right? Kosmic K.
yes.
How would you describe yourself to the audience right now to fall in love with your music? Because right now I'm trying to figure out, am I dealing with a her or am I dealing with a Tyler?
Why?
Neither one of them.
For real?
Huh?
Neither
No. Understand why I'm saying what I'm saying. It's just based off of personality. If somebody right now,
Personalities are not to
either
be
one of them.
compared.
That's
hold
what I'm
on,
saying.
let me finish. Y'all always
Because
the
you
two-
always do this.
the two
dumbass
gremlins on the
thing.
couch. The two gremlins. Anyways, this is right here. Someone's watching you right now. They're gonna see these clips.
more
They're
of
gonna
a
see this
Furby.
interview.
Let them know,
How would you-
Tatiana. You're dealing with a K.
How would you
Fuck.
describe yourself to the audience to love your music?
Well, I wouldn't describe myself as somebody else.
Okay,
I'm saying.
That's
Just
not
saying.
me.
A lot of people do it.
No, rappers do it. Anyway,
Okay.
continue, Kay. I'm sorry.
That's okay. No, I wouldn't describe myself as anybody else. I'm myself. I do music the way I do music, and that's multiple different things. Yes, I do like different genres, but that doesn't mean I'm her or Tyler. I'm Kay.
Okay.
Let
Cosmic.
him know.
Out of this world.
Come on.
I think he does that because he wants to be Charlemagne the God so fucking
I don't
bad.
want to be Charlemagne the
He
God.
wants to
It's
be
just
so bad.
I want to. I want artists to understand who they are and who they're projected to. I want to know their.
But hold on.
Well-
How can you say, who are you, and then compare them to somebody else?
Because this is my first time meeting. I did my research. I did better this time. You know what I'm saying? I got my
I'll
own
give you your
perception, but
props.
now
You
I want to
did
hear
way
her
better.
say how she feels. A lot of artists nowadays compare themselves to others, or this is the comparison. That is the reality
Their
that we.
music sound,
No, this
not
is the
them as an
reality that we
artist.
live. This is the reality we live in.
Okay, well,
this is what they
outside
do.
of comparison, Kay, whom would you say are your top 3 inspirations?
Ooh, inspirations.
That's not the same thing, Ed.
It is.
Well,
Not
I love Lauryn Hill. I love
Great
her
artist.
so much. So I would say that's probably big. Growing up, I listened to a lot of gospel because I grew up in church. So, you know, all the Tamla Man and all that stuff, the hymns. That's a lot of
him. Sorry.
a lot of influence in me, like exploring being more soulful with my voice. Jill Scott, I love her. And then also like was obsessed with John Legend. And Alicia Keys is
I tell you
Big
what,
singers.
when you were
Big
saying
singers.
Saturday mornings, Jill Scott, like that was my whole Saturday morning. Volume
Right.
1, Volume 2. Oh, that's crazy.
yeah.
I wasn't really a Jill Scott
So-
type of guy.
Really?
What?
I mean,
Jill-
I
Jill
listened
nasty
like,
now.
No, she
She
is
real
a
nasty.
great singer.
Yeah,
I just
she
never
nasty.
really like got
She's
too heavy
poetic
into
as
it.
shit.
Musically, yeah, never mind.
I think like old school R&B is my next like super deep dive into. I've been deep diving into 50s and 60s like Frank
It's time to catch
Sinatra and
up.
Dean Martin and all that.
What
I've
about
been diving-
Motown? Kind of like Motown.
Yeah,
kinda-
that was another one. I started learning like the history about all of this stuff. I don't know where my random
Because the
intrigue
flavor
came,
wasn't
but-
there, baby. It's all good. The flavor wasn't there.
What are you talking about?
It wasn't introduced to you. It's all right.
Not the
You'll
flavor.
catch it eventually.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Anyway,
He'll catch it.
so what would you say is like your favorite thing about making music? Like what about music just makes you just feel good? Like
Well, I use music as an expression, but it's also fun. I think my favorite thing is like when you're recording something, right? Like you're in the booth and you try something so many times you don't get it right, but the moment that if you finally get it right, it's like water. That's my favorite thing.
sometimes
feels
you
like
just
I
gotta
finally
like
got it
stop
there.
for a second. Like, cause you practiced it like a million times, you did like 25 takes and it's still not sounding right, and then
Like,
you
you
step
got the
back for a
vision.
second, and then you're just like,
Yeah.
Mm,
and then you go back and then you just get that perfect take first try.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Definitely.
Well, wait, hold on. Before we go any further, I want to just go ahead and listen to Vacation, her new song. Before we even go any further, just because I just want to take a second to listen to it. You feel me? So we're gonna go ahead to a little break and check out Vacation.
thinking about it lately. Go on vacay with me, baby. To the islands on holiday. Ocean views screaming.
You didn't get that? Okay, so it is.
No, this ain't for you.
I've been thinking about it lately. Go on vacay with me, baby. To the islands on holiday. Ocean views screaming, Mayday, Mayday. Won't you come and crash into my waves? Take a sip, but it's water, babe. Promise you'll love the taste. Like the way you grip my waist. Take our love to paradise. I know just what you like. Right there, that's right, that's mine. Baby, look into my eyes. Now ain't that nice? Roll with me, blow some tree. Have mercy, set me free. Ain't down on me, don't you see? You've got a hold on me, loving me, touching me. Baby, what we could be out at sea, I guarantee. I have just what you need. I have just what you need. Book the trip, book the flight. Pack your bags, we leave tonight. Book the room, the one you like. You the one, yeah, you my type. He said that I drive him crazy. Meet me at the hotel, baby. Yeah, I need you to save me from the daily. Loving you is so amazing. Palm tree sun is blazing. I want you to take me till my body's shaking. Take our love to paradise. I know just what you like. Right there, that's right, that's mine. Baby, look into my eyes. Now ain't that nice? Book the trip, book the flight. Pack your bags, we leave tonight. Book the room, the one you like. You the one, yeah, you my type. Book the trip, book the flight. Pack your bags, we leave tonight. Book the room, the one you like. You the one, yeah, you my type.
All right.
Pack your bags. We leave tonight.
So what like inspired
Get
that?
out of here.
What inspired that song?
Love vacation. All right, I just love vacation. Honestly, I went to St. Croix, and that's where the picture is. That is the cover for that song, and I just fell in love with it. Like,
Definitely fits the vibe.
great vacation spot, you know. Got to ride horses and go kayaking and snorkeling, and
My type of
got so
vibes.
much sun. Met so many people. It was so nice. So yeah,
Man,
I gotta get out.
and I love
Same.
the beach.
Yeah, we need
As
to
a kid,
just
I
take
used
a
to ride
nice
horses
little
all the
vacay.
time. That shit is fun as hell. I ain't even gonna lie.
Riding the horses through blue water at the same time. It's
Through the
great.
water.
Yep, through the water.
Dang, that's some
And it
high
was
class
like
fancy shit right there.
crystal
No, really.
That's some fucking damn.
You sound po. Shut up.
You know, I do what I do. You know, I do what I can.
The experience
what I
alone
can.
comes once in a lifetime. I will say that.
Man.
What I want to know, and I think the audience would love to know, is where did the name Kosmic K come from?
Okay. Well, K came from my name. My mom's always called me KK. Nobody else better call me that though. But yeah, so then I started going by K in high school, just short my name for music purposes. You know, when you finally are like, what would my stage name be? Like, I had to sit and think for a long time, and I was like, how can I describe myself? And because like I want to do, and I do music in all types of genres, and I kind of just do what I feel like doing with the music that day because it's an expression of all of my emotions. There's not really like a one lane, one box type thing. So I picked Kosmic because Kosmic is out of this world. It's
universal. Come on, okay.
Yeah,
I love it.
I actually like the name. Pretty cool, pretty unique. And now that you just explained it, makes more sense.
And right, it's even more dope.
Respect it. So, how long you've lived in Virginia your whole life?
I have. Yeah.
What do you feel about the scene around here? Like, how do you feel about the music scene? Everybody has a different opinion.
I have mixed feelings. I feel like for as much talent as there is in Virginia, that we should have more and we should do more for artists, because I think like there's so many amazing people obviously that have come out of Virginia, and just listening to underground artists, there's so much potential. I just feel like we need to be a little less greedy and a little more care about the music, because it kind of seems like it's both. There's people who care about the music, but they don't know where to go or what to do. And then there's other people who just like, this is horrible. Maybe not do that. But they are the type of people that get more of the light.
Yes.
Popularity.
I mean, do you feel like work ethic has anything to do with it? Like, because I feel like a lot of artists are like lazy, and that's why a lot of artists aren't getting anywhere.
Yeah, I do. I feel like that for everywhere, but I just think Virginia specifically compared to like other states just
like
doesn't
Atlanta,
have
Georgia.
Well, the
like,
thing,
the thing
about like the music centers of the United States, the New York, L.A., Nashville, and now I want to say Atlanta. I mean, even Miami a little bit. You know, these are all
that's wild.
Yeah, Nashville for country music.
Yeah, Nashville is like the home for country music.
For country music.
Yeah, for country music, Nashville. Anyway, getting back to it. They built themselves to be that. You know what I mean? Like, they had to build themselves to be music centers for other. Now everybody else is looking in like, oh yeah, you got to go there if you want to make it, or you got to go to these different places if you want a chance of making it. I think VA has the same potential, and I feel like there was a time where it was kind of a centered area for music back in like the early 90s, you know, when it was popping out here. Like, I'm talking like multiple artists were talking about VA.
Yeah, it's like when Teddy Riley was down here and everything.
Type shit. Like, you hear multiple artists. Biggie was talking about VA. Jay-Z has rapped about VA. You have Kanye is talking
Biggie
about
was talking
VA.
about VA for a totally different reason.
But I'm saying the point being is VA was a named place. Like, this was a place. I feel like at a point this was a place that was centered around music, and people were coming out of
it. But Biggie wasn't talking about it for it to be centered around music.
I'm not trying to go too deep into about. I was just saying there's rappers who rap about it.
Don't mention him.
But
my fucking God.
I think what you're getting confused on, and I'm gonna tally off what you said.
All right.
Artists are lazy, for one, yes, but they also don't understand the business that they're trying to get into.
100%.
Because
100%.
I understand the love for music, but any profession, it's green. Nothing is done for free. Nothing is actually done genuine anymore, no matter where you go. If anything, Virginia is probably one of the most open places to do things for free.
Wait, but what do you mean by that?
Because if you go anywhere else, a lot of people say, oh yeah, Virginia's not this, Virginia's not that, or this area's not this, or why. But if you go to Atlanta, let's say you go to New York, you go to LA, you go to Texas, you go to Florida, you're going to pay to play, baby.
Yeah.
But when you have a place like this is probably out of the places that I've been on the East Coast. Now I don't know about the West Coast or the Midwest, but when it comes to the East Coast, VA has, I would say, the biggest opportunities to let artists be artists. Where you can go, you can find 3 open mics open, ready to go every week. You can find festivals, which I seen you did. You were at multiple festivals. You can go, and if you put in that effort and you really go out and network with people, you can be put on the map.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? But that also comes with laziness, and that also comes with understanding the business. If you just think, oh yeah, I do this and I'm supposed to gain this out of that situation. No, a lot of these people, they go to these shows, they did their show, they had their 15 people that they already know come and support, and of course they're going to say, oh, I love you, oh my gosh, and then they leave.
Right.
Instead of talking to the 50 or 75, 100 people that's in the building. That is, I would say, Virginia's major problem. Everybody thinks they're superstars or they're ready to do the next level, and you're not. You know what I'm saying? You go to an event and it's 200 people. If you don't have 200 people following you, or at least 100 following you, contacting you, working, networking, whether it's producer, engineer, artist, photographer, anybody, then you wasted your time. You wasted your money. Whatever event you go to, you go 110%. Like the event that y'all just came from, you wouldn't be here right now if Monty didn't do that. If Tay didn't go do that. Right. You gotta.
Whoa! She wasn't here for the event that I met her at.
Okay, but where'd you meet her at?
The event that was
right
here.
Okay, but it was still an event, was it not?
I was at
actually literally met her in this room.
Okay, so but it was still an event, was it not? Yeah. It was something that she had to know about.
I understand the point there.
You know what I'm saying?
That you're getting. Yeah.
I think that's what artists
just had
really
to, like,
need to
not give me credit. He had to make sure that I wasn't included in the
I did.
He wasn't at that.
I did. I know y'all go to a lot of events, and you go to a lot of events as well. But I feel like everybody should take that extra initiative to get themselves known.
You're 100%.
Especially with the name Kosmic, because when I think of Kosmic, I'm thinking
universal, baby.
You know what I'm saying? You out there, you're shining, you're connecting the dots. That's just my partake.
So how do you react when you go to events? Do you network, or are you kind of just shy, kind of say to yourself, do your performance and dip? Be real.
Both. It depends. I try. Sometimes.
How hard do you try?
Well, it depends on the type of mood I'm in. If I'm just chilling, like I might not yell across the room or anything like that, but I do talk to people. I enjoy talking to people, so and then find an authentic way to talk about music, of course. But
so how
I feel like I could do more.
How are you when people try to collab with you and shit? Like, are you like, oh, you got to go through a whole process, or are you like open to collabs and shit?
I would say I'm open to it. Obviously,
music's got to be good.
You got to talk to my manager.
But
but I'm open to collaboration, of course.
You ever been on a record that you hated?
Did I put out a record?
No, have you ever been on a record that you hated? Like somebody was like, I want to collab, and then you did it, and you were like, this is trash.
Ass.
Yes. I mean, it ended up being pretty cool. That was in high school as well, but the artist, I didn't really like a lot of his other music, so kind of was like, the song was okay. My part was great. So.
Right, see, that's all that matters.
Exactly.
Like,
that's
my part was good.
Because I've been on that's my thing about doing features. Like, I've really got to like the song, because I don't be charging people for features simply because I won't do it 95% of the time. Because if I don't like it, I don't want it. I don't want to be a part of it. It's really just that simple. Yeah. And 95% of the people who come to me with something doesn't sound good. It's not something I'm going to sing on. It's not something I want to work on. So no, my answer is no. Sorry, guys.
Understandable. Obviously need to like it.
But so you're not about so
I'm open to doing a collab, but I have to like the song.
Yeah, so it's not
I have to make the beat.
So it's not based off the money. Because what I'm
not,
saying
not,
is, if somebody came to you right now and was just like, hey Monty, I'm willing to pay you $5,000, whatever amount.
Gotta hear the song.
Okay,
bro, I have morals when it comes to my music,
and I respect that.
Know what I'm saying?
A lot of people don't.
As Erykah Badu said.
Now, hold on. Now, if it's an opportunity that's gonna help me elevate, I'll take that L. I'll bite that bullet and I'll take that L. I'm not going against my morals. I'll still make my music within that song. You feel me? Yeah. But like, if I know it's gonna elevate me up,
and that right there, I respect that, because you changed. You changed a lot.
You changed.
I don't know. Don't look at me.
What did I used to do? Apparently,
not to take it off your interview. That's what you do. I'm a deep dive real quick. I'm a deep dive. We've had this conversation before, and I asked you about money, and you were like, yeah, if the price is right, I would do it. This was months ago. I mean, not even months ago. This is probably almost years ago. But I'm just saying, I'm giving you compliments on your personality as a whole. I mean, if y'all don't believe me, check out 8 Chill. It's just a podcast. You're saying.
No, but I'm still saying that if the price is right, I'll do it. But still, it's got to elevate me in some type of way. If I'm just getting paid and the song's not going to be doing anything, then what's the point of even, like, I'm going to get paid, but it was a waste of time. But if who's a rapper I don't fucking care for? Kodak Black hit me up, right? And was like, hey, bro, I'm doing a song.
He don't talk like that.
I'd be like,
disrespect Kodak. Don't
crazy.
Do that.
I'll sing the hook, you feel me? Because I know I'm going to get elevated from that. But, like, if some fucking, like, low-key 100,000 follower rapper comes and hits me up and was like, yo, be on my song.
What's the little white boy name? I can't even get his name out, so it don't matter, I guess.
Well, I'm glad you said that, and this question actually can go back to the interview itself. Would you change your image or your style or how you do your music based off of price? Because a lot of women, they come into this industry as this is what I want to do, this is how I want to carry myself.
I mean, men do it too. Don't just specify women because men do the same thing.
No. This is her interview, so I'm asking a woman. Women get subjectified a lot more than a man would. Anyways.
Let them have it. Damn.
Jesus. Anyways, like I was saying, Kosmic K, you're here right now in Virginia. You got a great manager, great team, and let's say Interscope sees you and they're just like, hey, look, we want to put money behind you, but we want to revamp you how people around the world would accept you. Would you do that?
It would depend what that is. If it's not something I'm uncomfortable, like if it's something I'm not comfortable with, I wouldn't do that. Because like you said, morals, but it doesn't matter. I don't think that there's a price tag on what I believe in for myself, and I feel like if it's not, it doesn't matter what it is. Not all money is good money.
Okay.
So
well, do you believe that objectifying yourself could help elevate yourself, or do you feel like you don't have to do that as an artist in order to be successful in this day and age?
I feel like I don't think you do, really. I mean, I think, yes, being feminine in that space obviously is helpful, but that doesn't mean I have to be naked. So, that doesn't mean I have to sing
about
only about because
seconds,
that's not really music. If it's just I'm just staying in this one place just because other people want to hear that.
Yeah.
That's not.
And that's
I make all different types of songs.
So
now, if you catch one, you catch one.
Right. That might have been the mood that you were in that
You
moment.
I gotta
know,
get
might have
fact
just
checked
been
on
there.
this one, but I saw something today that said Thames is a virgin still, right?
She said it in an interview.
I believe it.
So with that being said, like, I 100% agree with you, is that you don't have to because I listen to Thames music all the time now. I fucking love her. I'm in love with her music. I love it. I don't think you have to over objectify yourself in order to get people to respect you, or like, because me personally, like somebody like Sexy Red, I don't respect, but somebody like, who can I think of right now? Who's a good example?
You just said
Georgia
Thames.
Smith. I respect Georgia Smith. She doesn't objectify herself at all. Like, she'll have some sexy outfits, but it's not like super, super, like Sexy Red shaking ass in the camera type shit.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
But then
So, huh?
Never mind. Go
Do you
ahead.
not know who Georgia Smith is?
I'm not gonna lie to you. That kind of makes me think of a lot of the R&B singers. We got her. We got Jasmine Sullivan. We got Adele. We got
Snow Allegra.
I would say Summer, but I wouldn't say Summer at the same time, only because Summer started off as a stripper, but as she's been a singer, she's still been like sultry and still not like out there like that. I genuinely feel like that whole like ass shaking, straight twerking is just a rapper situation.
It's not that. You're selling. You're selling a fantasy. You're selling temptation. You're selling
because I feel like
being wanted.
rap is something that's more so geared towards men, and I feel like in order to grab the attention of men as a woman, the easiest way to do it is with your body.
Have you heard that SZA song, right? I'll take that my view. Have you broke down that song? Do you know what she was saying?
Definitely.
You know she didn't write that, right?
Thank you.
I understand. It does.
You know
it
the
doesn't-
dude from fucking like Victorious?
Yes.
Leon
we know.
Thomas.
We
I
know.
understand that. You're going beyond the point. But the lyrics itself, how she was saying it, how she approached it, could he use those lyrics and do the same thing? No. You're selling a fantasy. You're selling temptation. You're selling to a guy. You're willing to do anything for me. You're willing to risk your freedom for me. That is a fantasy. That is something that we like.
Man, it's
Oh
just
my
a song
gosh.
to me.
No, for
But
real.
so
Because
you're
at the
not
end,
in-
when
oh.
she'd be like, what is it? Is it Kill Bill when she said, "I'll go to hell for you"?
Yeah.
I don't sing that part.
You know how deep
I said,
that is?
I'm not going. Speak for yourself. I'm not doing
going.
that shit.
You know what I'm saying? When you have Janae's and they're talking about committing murder or like, yo, I'm so deep in love with you that I'll kill you. Like, you know what I'm
Only
saying?
SZA said that.
What?
Janae
No.
did not say that.
Janae didn't? You want to
When?
put money on it?
When she said
You want to put money on it?
When she said
that song, you remember the video? I forgot the song title. When the video and there's police outside.
The worst?
And she's...
Oh, the worst? the video she did it.
Don't play with music.
But in the music, in the lyrics, she didn't.
What?
In the lyrics, she wasn't.
Hey, unless
she did
you're
not
100%
say that
sure,
she was.
stop. It's gonna make you
She
so-
did
so
not say
stupid
that she
again.
was gonna kill him in the lyrics.
You really want to?
Positive. I can sing those lyrics from start to finish.
You want to do this? Don't
All
play
right,
music.
move on from it. You two are fucking annoying right now.
I'm just
Jesus
saying.
Christ.
When you want to play music, you play music.
Jesus
You get what I'm
Christ.
saying, though.
It's not even that.
But
It was the imagery that she was trying to sell.
Bro, I
for
just
you.
said
Yeah.
move on from it. You guys are going so deep into a
Okay.
rabbit hole.
I will say this to move on from that
Christ.
subject. Where, if you could set up your tour destination, what cities would you love to hit?
What cities? Well, I love Atlanta, so I would definitely go back to Atlanta. I also like country music, so Nashville would be cool too. Of course, you want to hit like bigger places. New York. I've actually only been to New York once, and it doesn't really count because it was during COVID.
Oh,
Aw.
The city
yeah,
was
you gotta go get that
Right?
full out experience.
Like, it was,
like,
you didn't get the
Yeah.
experience in New York, really.
Right. I mean, I got to see stuff,
Yeah,
but it was like
not-
nobody
Yeah, it was
outside.
dead. That's
it
not
was
New York.
dead.
yeah.
Yeah.
You
So it
gotta
doesn't-
be out full
yeah.
fucking crackheads on the street. Like, you gotta be full
That's
experience. bro.
Portsmouth. Sorry.
You think New York City don't have crackheads? Dude?
Look, I know New York City have.
Nah,
has
Times
crackheads.
Square in the middle of the night though is fucking dope. You guys ever been to Times Square at night?
You ever seen
So
their miniature? No, those are like puppies. They got puppies that just run on the streets. They're rats. I swear them shits are huge. Those rats are huge.
That
I'm
look
talking
like
about
puppies.
rats.
Those rats are fucking huge. Yeah, they're huge fucking rats.
I know. I know all about. You said puppies though.
Yeah. Because I would have thought it was like a puppy.
Can I ask you this? If you had a choice, would you stay independent or would you sign to a label? And hold on, it's a part 2 question.
Okay.
If you would sign to a label, what would be your stipulations?
That's a loaded question.
Yeah, you should have asked the first one first,
Right?
and then just let her answer that one.
That's a very long question. I feel like there's pros and cons to both. Of course, like you'd love to be independent and still be successful in your music, and I feel like you can do that. It just takes a whole lot of work. Ideally, I think that's what people would want. Now, if a label came and was like, you got creative control and you can keep all your masters, and then you got this nice little deal,
Right? That
Like-
sounds like, hell yeah.
It
I'm
happens.
Sounds like a
fine.
low budget
Not gonna
independent
happen,
label, yeah.
right?
It sounds like
It
a
won't
label.
happen.
But
but
you're
not gonna get pushed
But
by
it
He
happens.
asked what would be the perfect. That'd be perfect.
That would be
you
the
know?
Yeah.
perfect deal.
Now-
That'd be perfect, but it takes like a lot of branding yourself to get to that.
Well, yeah, I was about to say, because nowadays it definitely happens to own your masters and publishing and stuff like that. I think it's just artists, they see the big budget. They just see 200,000.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't make that a year right now, and I've been independent for 3, 4, 5 years.
Right.
So I see the big money, and I'm okay. Yeah, I'll sign. Yeah.
A lot of it's an uneducation part. It's like they're not educated on what the deal actually pertains and what it actually means to get signed and to get that money. A lot of them think that it's a payout, and it's not. It's a loan. You know what I'm saying? So if you go into it and you don't realize this is a loan I have to pay back, you're going to start spending it on fucking dumb shit. Buying weed, buying cars, buying jewelry, buying dumb shit that you do not need, instead of putting all of that money into marketing your album and creating your album and doing whatever. So it's just artists getting signed, being uneducated, not knowing, and then getting a manager who knows that they're not educated, who takes complete advantage of these artists and fucks them over. But knowing that, in most situations, artists do get fucked over in their deals, right? But knowing that you were going to get to the next level and gain those connections, would you deal with that for like a couple years just to know that it was at least going to take you to another level, to know that you can now build your platform to get to do what you have to do?
I guess it would depend on the deal, honestly. Of course, I don't want to change the person that I am or what I want to be. Like, I don't want to compromise myself for real. But outside of that, like, is it something that's going to set me up for success in the long run? Or if it goes the wrong way, am I going to
Because as an artist, I feel like
I don't want to do that.
I mean, I've never been signed to a big label or nothing, but like I feel like as an artist, it's your responsibility to take all of those connections that you gain from that hold on to them and then like learn how to utilize them in your own way, so that way when you get off of your deal, you can like have these different connections. You can have these different now you have you're educated in all these different places, and you have all these different people you can talk to and contact and ask questions and this, that, and the other thing. As an artist, it's your responsibility to do that. And I feel like if you're a brand new artist who just got signed to a big label and you have your following and shit, but you don't know shit about the business, you gotta learn. Like, really just take that time and make sure that your circle around you is fucking solid of people who are trying to be there for you and not be there to fuck you over and take advantage of you. You know what I mean? Like,
speaking about that, I mean, he was putting out some knowledge right there. But as an artist, an independent artist right now, currently, have you taken the necessary steps to study the business or either, look into it?
Yeah, of course. Definitely. You have to do that. Like, you have to know what goes into it, and setting up all of that takes forever. Setting up the BMI account and making sure that you that you have all your royalties and putting in everything correctly, like that takes a long time. But if you didn't take time to learn about it, like, it's a lot of people who just put music out on SoundCloud and then it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it takes copywriting, and it's a whole big thing.
Oh yeah.
So like, I'm sure not now, because I know you got Sin behind you now, so I know he ain't letting this go down. But have you ever been that artist that like you make your song and you were just super excited and like, I gotta drop this right now? Like, were you ever like that?
In high school, yeah. Like, I was
like,
14.
Oh my god, we gotta drop this shit today. Like,
yeah. I've definitely done that. SoundCloud.
Yeah. I remember those days.
This is a little off topic, only because I've just noticed the chats. And she said, she said, who's that? Tatiana Bazemore?
Hi, chat.
You're dope, because I noticed you've definitely been in here.
Yeah, since the beginning of
but
the show.
I ain't going to hell for my kids. I'm sorry. They're going to have to take that one on their own.
Not the kids.
That was from the conversation from earlier.
Yeah,
Understandable.
No, really. Take that up with God, kids. Sorry.
What has been the most difficult part about being an independent artist for you?
Gosh, that's a loaded question too. I think that for me, I mean, I'm a mom, so being a mom, it's like,
You ever have to take your kids to the studio?
I did.
Good.
Yes.
Respect.
Yes, I did. Absolutely. My baby was in a car seat at my studio session when I recorded Forgotten Seeds, the first song on my album. And yeah, I said, you got to come with me. I didn't even record this song today.
Hey,
I wrote it the night before. I had already had the studio session booked. And I was like, what am I going to sing tomorrow?
Oh, wow.
And then last minute, the babysitter was like, yeah, we're closed. So, but I done already paid the money.
Yep.
I stayed up all night writing this song.
Preparing myself.
Going
I'm
to
taking
that
a baby.
Yeah.
Going
Bring
to
a
that
baby.
thing. Nah,
My cousin came with me though, because I was like, please, can you just sit out here with the baby, and I'll be right back. So shout out to Sarah.
Shout out to all the
Shout out,
moms.
Sarah.
Shout out to all the moms who are like willing to take their kids to the studio, and shout out to all the engineers who allow the kids. Because me personally, if you're a mom and you have to bring your kids, I've had a few artists who had to bring their kids to their sessions. I welcome them in. Come on, go ahead, sit down. Just give them a little tablet or something to mess with or whatever. Just let them sit there. Most of the time, they're quiet. They're chill, I applaud it and I respect it, because it shows that even though, like, you still are willing to, like, do what you got to do to get your music done. That shows me that you take it seriously. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I understand if, your babysitter, cancels on you, that, things happen. But to, like, you paid money and then you have to reschedule or cancel your session because just bring your kid with you. Like, I be telling people all the time, just bring them, just let them sit there, they'll be fine.
I gotta give
My kids are dope. They should come.
I definitely gotta
your kids are cool, they be chilling.
Give respect to the mothers out there that really take their craft seriously, because sometimes being a mother, now being a father financially out there, whatever like that, but being a mother and being kid knows mommy, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be around, gotta be right there 110%. I mean, I literally just seen a post where Cardi B had her daughter on the 7th. She was back in the gym by the 10th getting ready for tour. You know what I'm saying? That takes dedication.
Baby. I mean, she also getting paid a lot of money. You feel
and
me?
I also want to add support team, because we can't act like these moms are doing it all by themselves. Having a solid support system is everything.
It is.
It really is.
It really is.
Definitely makes a world of difference.
It does. However, not all moms do have a solid support system, and then the moms that don't, y'all are the shit.
Well, I mean, that's why for me personally, family is very important. So anybody with the connotation of like family isn't whatever, or like, oh, I don't talk to my family, you should. Like, family is super important. They're really all you got at the end of the day. Like, I mean, for me at least, you know, I'm Spanish and Italian. In those cultures, family's pretty important in both. You know what I mean? So, I mean, my family is the most important thing to me. Like, fuck everybody else. It's all about my family type of thing. So,
I'm also a firm believer that family doesn't have to necessarily be blood too.
Exactly.
So
absolutely.
Y'all my family for real.
I mean, I took two key parts. One from Taylor. Taylor was team. Monty was family. You know, developing yourself as an artist.
Damn! What the?
What?
Where did that go? What the fuck?
Tay was team.
Tay was team. Monty was family.
No. Because what you said was team, having a team behind you. You know, it's a support system.
Oh, that's what you're saying. Okay.
And you know, Monty was like, I'm very family oriented. You know what I'm saying? But as an artist, you know, have you developed a team yet, or are you still putting the blocks together?
Yes. Thank God.
That's one.
Shout out to Sin.
When you have the Infinity Stones, you gotta have all of them.
Yeah, I get y'all weren't there the other night. Yeah, they got a team.
Okay, that's why I'm asking her.
They got
we got the managers, the producers. Shout out to Tati, the stylist, because please.
And see, that's why I'm asking.
I love her. I need her.
No, you said Tati?
Yes.
Tati, yes.
Oh, because look, let me tell you,
Please.
Tati, you are a
Get
solid
me
friend
right.
because you've been in this.
Tatiana, it depends on what you mean by getting active.
Supporters.
I don't know. I don't really, you know, my activities are strictly studio and business for the most part. I don't do shit.
What are you talking about? Shut up.
She said, "Oh no, I know you get active being Spanish and Italian."
Oh no, mine's boring.
Yeah,
He's boring. He's a cube. He's not even a square. He's a full fucking cube.
I think it runs right into the question that Tay had. Like, what day of the week are you?
Yes. Okay. What day of the week is everybody? What day of the week are you?
Apparently a Monday.
You're a fucking Monday. I think you're a Monday. What day of the week do you think you are?
I thought I was a Wednesday, but Tay clarified and we looked it up.
Wednesday.
I'm a Friday, baby.
He's a Friday.
Friday. I'm Saturday.
And I am a solid Wednesday. Okay, so Mondays. I'm a solid Wednesday. Mondays are known to be determined, resilient, driven, and their downside, the negative, is that they're workaholics. That's this guy. Let me tell you, he'll get so like consumed in his work that he'll just like fuck everybody and how you feel about anything. It's like he doesn't care about like logic, emotions, none of that no more. It's what I said because of working. This is the only way that it's gonna work in my eyes.
Whoa. That's not very true. That's not true. Whoa. Rewind. That is not 100% true. When it comes to the work, yes, I am fucking strict, and that's when I turn into an asshole. When things need to go, when I know certain things that I'm doing specifically needs to go certain ways, yes. But it doesn't mean that I'm not open to ideas of hearing them, but you gotta express them. It's just that simple. Instead of just sitting there and just letting me
express them, and you'll just go ahead and push it off. This is the reason that the No Limit podcast exists, y'all.
No, he's had that since way before anything. He had that since way before we even
No Limit podcast exists because you shut down his ideas, baby.
No.
I'm positive.
No. You had your whole own thing before even I did.
Go ahead and tell him.
You had your whole own podcast and all that shit way before. I did shut down all your ideas of what you wanted to do because that's not what this was.
So he started.
So then you started your own podcast. Sorry, fucking Rick.
I'm not going.
But you already had the idea before.
I did.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the point.
And then you brought it to me.
Ideas,
Yeah,
so
I shut down the idea of being on that specific thing because I already had my own thing going. You weren't even there.
Oh, hold on.
You weren't even there at that time.
This is convo. We get deep. Anyways, this is this workaholic. Now,
yes, I work all the time, and I take this shit very seriously.
We're gonna leave the boring old Wednesday for last. We're gonna go with a Saturday. The Saturdays are free-spirited, adventurous. Their downside is that they hate boring activities. So, Cosmic K here is somebody that you got to keep entertained at all times. Apparently, or she's just going to dip out on you. Like, I'm sorry, I got bored.
Are you that type for real?
I don't know to that extent.
That's why I can't stand these stupid ass fucking things.
I was
Like,
definitely reaching a little bit, but
I definitely like adventure. That doesn't mean I'm just gonna be like, you're boring today. Bye. Like that's wild.
Yeah,
but,
that is a little extra. Sorry.
What would you consider as a Saturday? Well, not even gonna say a Saturday. As Cosmic K, what would you consider as fun? Something that you love to do, like getting the fans involved and seeing if they, y'all work together. Like, what do you consider what's popping in your own personal opinion?
Well, on Saturdays, normally I like to go to brunch with my girls. That's like a personal thing. I love the beach and I like walking, not running. I like walks, nature walks.
She said no running.
Exploring new places. Yeah, I guess I would say I want to say I like fun stuff like go-karting and stuff, but I'm not really that great at it. I enjoy it.
You don't have to be great
at
it.
What I'm saying.
Enjoy it. I'm not great at it. I like bowling. I'm not great. I suck at bowling.
Yeah, you don't have to be great at any of this.
I just like doing fun stuff. I like staying busy, trying new things.
Yeah,
AKA
anything
boring
like
shit.
That, bowling, going to anything, mini golfing. You don't have to be good at it. Fuck that. If I'm going to do any of that, I'm just going to have fun. I don't care if I'm good or not.
I'm not going to lie to you. I am competitive. So even if I'm not good at it in the beginning, I'm going to try to be good at it some
Definitely
point.
Competitive too.
Yeah. So it's
I mean, if the vibe that we're in is a competitive vibe and everybody being mad competitive, yeah, I'll get into that mindset. But if I'm going and I know I'm just like, if I'm going on a date, right? I'm not trying to sit there and fucking beat my date.
I want to whoop my date's ass. It's just, sorry, if we're going to go play like skee ball or some shit, like I want to whoop your ass.
See me, I'm the type where I'm just like, go ahead, do it.
No, really, I'm gonna try to beat you.
Because I don't know, like
chances are me, you probably will, because I'm just gonna let you at this point. I'll let you feel good.
I don't think I would be able to do that because I feel like if I let you win at everything, then as we move forward, you think you're gonna win at everything.
Exactly.
Nah, see,
strict with the bowling.
Nah, but see, there's like different things. Like you let them win at the small shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the little kitty shit. Look, you go bowling, right? You let her win bowling. You said skee ball. You let her win skee ball. But then when it comes to like the real shit,
you work hard, you play hard, baby. We can practice as we move forward. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, try to beat me at all costs because I'm gonna try to beat you.
Whatever.
And I'm gonna rub it in your face if I do.
So do you feel like what you gave the audience and what Tay gave you information wise, do you feel like you're a Saturday still? Yeah.
All right, well, let's go to this Friday that you are.
Yeah.
So Fridays are joyful, sociable, and relaxed people. He's definitely got the sociable aspect. Joyful, he's definitely so joyful. Relaxed, too fucking relaxed. Negatives, they struggle dealing with people who don't speak their mind. This is the same guy that loves saying, "Oh, y'all are fake." Just because we don't speak on every negative aspect, every negative thought that we have.
Me personally, I want people to tell their truths. Just like this interview right now. This is my first time meeting you right now. And to entice me to promote you, and this is from my perspective, for me to promote you and put you on and to share your music and stuff like that, give it all. Give me 100%.
Yeah, but you don't ever accept anybody's truth unless it's what you want to hear.
No. It's the difference between on and off. On and off. On and off. Now, I would say, for example, because this interview is about her, what I've seen, very vibrant, very fun. You got pictures where you're posing by the beach and you're posing by a vacation spot. Then you're on stage, you're at these festivals, and comparing to what you said, I'm an introvert.
I didn't say I was an introvert.
Yeah, you
I
definitely
didn't say that.
Okay, so maybe that's just me putting it on. I took it from you saying, no.
The stage fright?
Yeah, the stage fright,
Yeah, I wouldn't say that makes me like an introvert. I am around newer people, of course. Like when I first meet people, yeah, I'm a little bit shy and I'm getting comfortable on stage. But as a personality, like I'm not introverted. Once I get to know people, I'm very, very extroverted. So I feel like it's kind of like a dual thing. It just kind of depends.
Moderation.
Because I'm looking, like I said, I'm looking at everything. She's dancing, she's vibing. I don't know who the other girl was with, but y'all had like a whole choreography step going on, and y'all, I like that. I was like, okay, she's out there. She's exploring. She's understanding who she is. So when it comes to conversations, that's just me. And I know some people aren't like that. They don't give 100% because of new people. Yeah. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I expect it, but I understand.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, I'm saying.
I'm sorry.
What?
You just be losing me every time you start talking.
No, sometimes we lose where your point was.
Yeah, I was so lost of where your point was when you were going with that.
What do you mean?
You just gotta, you know how you like on tangents sometimes.
But that wasn't a tangent. That's just understanding.
No, but I was like, what your initial point was. It just like started going here and then.
No, because y'all said that. Oh yeah, I expect people to tell their truths. Okay. If I see something from you, expect what I expect to see that all the time. For me, that's a problem. Me,
it's a problem.
But that's a Friday. In her eye, that's a Friday.
In my eyes,
I don't.
Internet statistics.
I'm just saying,
this was a social experiment, not my eyes.
You get Ed on off. Where I meet you at a store.
You have to understand that speaking your mind kind of changes. It varies because what you're thinking right now could be something completely different from what you're thinking an hour from now. An hour from now, you could say, "Damn, why did I think that? That was kind of crazy." You know what I'm saying?
Story of my life.
So yeah, this is the reason why speaking your mind might not always be the best decision. Well, so you shouldn't necessarily call them fake.
I mean, just opposed to that, people aren't. What people show on social media doesn't mean that that's who they are all the time, especially if you're promoting yourself as an artist. Right. Like when you're promoting yourself or your brand, it's kind of like characterizing. Now, like you have a character, right? Like when I'm promoting Monty is a lot different than when I'm just being Cameron. Y'all know this. Like I be Cameron dickhead on Facebook making my fucking slick post and shit.
So instead of
and then when Monty comes out, it's a whole different person.
So instead of using the word fake, would you like facade? Is that what you're portraying, a facade?
No.
It's no this part of my personality. There's different parts of people's personalities, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody has that. Everybody has their own personality, right? But like still, when you're a brand, and you're, you know, me as an engineer, right? Like yes, I have my Cameron personality of who I am, just generally to people. But then Monty has to be a professional engineer and producer, right? I have to be that person at that point. Just like when you're talking to your homies, right? Are you going to talk to your homies differently than you're talking to somebody who you're doing a job interview with? You're going to say no because I know you.
I talk to the same everybody. I call my boss right now. He'd be like, yeah, he's like that. It's just, but like I said, it's not evolved. It's not evolved me. I'm just saying this is how I am. That's how I was raised. I don't give no imitations of what you think I am. This is who I am. That's why the name is Just Ed, baby.
Spoken as a Friday.
All right.
Just me.
And my born old self, I am a solid ass hump day. I'm a Wednesday. Immediately, I was like, oh, Wednesday. That's definitely my day. And as I look into it, it goes, Wednesday is balanced, reflective, and adaptable.
It just sounds like some more astrology shit.
Why does that sound like astrology shit? No, I mean, balanced, adaptable, relative. What is it? Yeah, relative. Reflective. Oh, yeah. I'm very reflective. I'm always talking about some shit that I probably could have did better. And I reflect not just on myself, but y'all too.
It's too much for me to comprehend.
I bet. It's
because he
don't nobody like a hump day. See, that's the problem.
It's because he had that Red Bull. He's tingly right now. I get it.
But no, and my struggle is, you know, I struggle with being the center of attention, and that is my biggest fear. I don't like having a lot of attention on me. This is the same female that will not walk across a crosswalk because all the cars are at the stoplight and they can see me walking across the street.
She hit him with a wave.
So I will jaywalk just so y'all can't see me. I should start hitting them with a wave, right? I should. Hey, y'all. Yeah.
You feel better?
Good. It'll make me feel better. I should do that. I'm going to do that next time I walk across the street. I'm not going to drive my car tomorrow just for that.
Anyway, so what are like nowadays, what are some things that you're struggling with as an artist? Like, what are some things that you just wish would be easier, or because being an artist is fucking hard?
It is. But honestly, right now, I have really bad writer's block. Like, I hate getting writer's block, and it's at the most inopportune times. Like,
So like,
normally I don't get writer's block.
well, what emotions bring out the most music out of you? Like, how are you feeling when the?
I'm always feeling lots of things. I just be,
Everywhere.
going through it.
Right?
The
It's a roller coaster.
It's a
Going through the roller coaster of life.
Yeah, but it doesn't really matter if I'm happy. I can write. Usually sad. I can definitely write a sad song if I'm sad. I usually don't have an issue in anything unless I'm like really upset. And obviously, I'm gonna have to calm down before I can write a song. But
You never wrote just like some really hard, like on some rapper type stuff, just because you were mad.
Yeah, but maybe not like
something that you wouldn't perform.
It's after the mad usually.
Okay.
Because I gotta calm down a little bit and then think about how I was feeling.
As a tip, have you ever considered, instead of just writing, but doing voice notes for your writer's block, like taking
I do that all the time.
taking that moment of time, like I used to do, and I would deliver pizzas and stuff like that, and I'd be like, man, it's fire. I'll turn the radio off, do my thing, because sometimes when you write, you lose that tone and you lose that momentum or that thought process of where you were at that moment. Right. But if you hear your voice and you hear your tone and you hear that cadence in your voice.
Are you talking about like top lines, like audio recordings of like a top line, like some type of melody or something?
Or like if I got a short,
kind of hear it.
If I got a short hook and I'm just like, man, that's fire.
Right.
Cool.
So
instead of writing it
quick,
and then coming back tomorrow and be like, man, what headspace was I in?
I don't remember how I said
like
that. Oh, I hate that shit.
Best music.
I hate that shit.
It's very inconvenient, like, because it'll randomly pop in your head. It happens to me all the time when I'm driving. So I love voice notes. I'm so glad that the little voice memo thing is a part of my phone.
The most shit comes to me when I'm driving. I'm
just driving down the street.
But
I'm on the interstate.
Have you ever had one of those instances where you might have like went to a voice note and you're listening to how it sounds, but it sounds off to you? So then you're like, dang, how should I even put this now?
Yeah, I like to do the voice notes just to like map out what I'm thinking about. Of course, everything evolves eventually, especially if it's a voice note, because normally it's just like 10, 15 seconds of something that popped into my head, and then later I might sit down and actually dissect it, see if I like the words, if I change the words, if I like the melody, write something else with it, It's kind of like, I feel like I make music like puzzle pieces, just here and there. Sometimes I can sit there and write a song in one sitting, but usually it's like.
Well, as an artist, have you taught yourself how to like record yourself on like a program or anything yet?
Not the way I would like to. I definitely want to learn how to be excellent at it.
Well, recording,
to an extent, yes.
Like recording yourself as an artist, like learning how to just record. No, I'm talking no mixing. You don't have to learn how to stack or like. How to route or auxiliaries. You don't have to know none of that. Just recording yourself as an artist is like, to me, really important. Just to know the process, especially like to save money on studio time. If you really know how to record yourself right, you can just send your mixes off to get mixed instead of having to pay for studio time. Then you have to pay for the mix and master. You could just cut out one of those, and then you could take your sweet old time. You could take 4 days on a song, you know what I'm saying, and then send it off when you're ready, type of shit. It's super important to learn. There's basics, you know what I mean? Like,
Taylor kind of touched on the topic just now when she was talking about angry raps. Now, I know you're a singer. You know what I'm saying, what I've heard, but does the audience know that she got bars? You know what I'm saying? She's a spitter. You know what I'm saying? I heard it.
The audience is learning. I mean, I definitely have a little bit. Like, I have pressure on my album, So, there's some bars in that song.
Gotta like you catch just them. Slightly sneak it in there.
Gotta catch them.
No, I feel it.
Gotta catch the bars. I mean, I am rapping in the song, but I do like sing rap. A lot,
like a melodic rap.
Yeah.
It's the wave
but the
nowadays.
bars, you gotta listen for them bars.
On some like Carmen type thing on Beyonce with Beyonce. Yeah.
When it comes to like freestyling and rapping and stuff like that, did somebody put you onto that, or was that always in you?
Well, like I said about like music, I just use music as an expression. It's just something I started doing, honestly, and mainly sang as a kid, like most of my life, and then in high school, like just not really as me taking it seriously, but just as a form of expression, I started to rap. So now I do sometimes.
Could we see you on a cipher one day?
Are you a freestyler? Do you think of this off the top of the dome? Or does it take a little bit of time?
It depends. It really just be depending. Most of the time, I really do write a lot, but there are times where I just been in the booth and did a little freestyle. Most of that is like SoundCloud stuff though that
I can't freestyle at all.
Kind of depends on my mood for that day. If I'm going to the studio and I'm just in the studio and I don't really have like a map out, then I might just listen to the song and randomly record. But
bar for bar it.
Other times I might write a whole thing before I come in, and then I know what I'm doing today. Just kind of depends.
So tell me a little bit more about your process of recording. Like, what's that process like?
It just depends. Usually, so like if I'm doing something and I'm singing, normally I'll record the verse, record the hook, record the next verse, but like break it up because I like to sit with my voice. When I first write something, it never ends up sounding like that. Like my first thought. So I always end up like exploring my tone in another way or trying to like reach harmonies that I don't normally do or didn't think that I could do. So
you like to just take your records in like process and steps type of thing, you know? Because I know for me, I like to I'll lay down the initial draft track, you know, without any stacks or anything. Just maybe just a couple in and outs, a couple ad libs on it. That's about it. And then listen to it for a few days. Really analyze the entire record. Yeah. Make some tweaks before I record anything else. Listen to it a little bit more. Then start recording everything once I understand fully everything I want to record onto it. Right. You know, and then go from there. And then it's really just a lot of like record, listen, tweak, listen, listen, tweak, listen. You know, I like that process though, because like you're not rushing.
To sit with it.
Yeah, especially when it comes to singing. Like rapping I think is one thing, but when it comes to singing, like there's a lot more details and things that you have to be particular on, you know what I mean? Like cuz rapping I feel like just kind of monotone, or you got your, you know, rapping is just so much different than fucking singing.
I don't know.
I'm mad that you
like rapping and singing.
I used the wrong fucking I used the wrong words.
You are so disrespectful to the craft.
I feel like rapping and singing can go hand in hand.
No, that's why I stopped, because I used the wrong choice of words. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say monotone, because you can be all fucking exuberant and fucking.
You definitely can. Yeah. But I feel like to be a true songwriter, you would know how to sing and rap.
Well, to be a true songwriter, you got to know how to write for anybody.
Exactly. You know how to put something together in general.
Yeah. It's like knowing how somebody sounds and being able to like make a song. Just like how not directors, but like screenwriters and shit, they'll write for actors, like specific roles for specific actors. You can write specific songs for specific people type shit.
That's like Denzel. I don't think he's ever played a character where he didn't have to be himself.
Type shit.
Yeah, it's Denzel.
Because people write for Denzel.
Tom Hanks, same way. People write shit for Tom Hanks. Watch his interviews.
You're kind of right. Yeah.
Not to kind of put you on the spot, Mont, but your next song that's about to be played. Didn't you have a next song that was playing?
No, that was actually just playing by accident.
No,
that was just like
okay.
I don't really know what it was.
So, well, I'll revert to that. I'll revert back. The album that I was listening to, you know what I'm saying, earlier when you first came in, what was your who was your target audience?
Well, that's a big question. Forgotten Seeds was kind of like me just returning back to music, partially, but also like just processing the life that happened since I was working on music last. Like it was years in between. I had kids, you know. I changed a lot as a person, and so I felt like it was more of like me exploring through that path and discovering like where I am now, or where I was then, because you know it's been a couple years since my album. But I think that there's so many different types of songs on there, so it wasn't like just a just for this person, just for that person. I feel like I wanted to make a project that like anybody could find something that's for them on this. So because I went through a whole lot.
I like the thought process. However, when it comes to music, ain't no pleasing everybody. We could try a million different things, you know. Yeah, there's just no pleasing everybody.
Yeah, the
being,
world is full of billions.
Being a mother, though.
Hell yeah.
Being a mother of two boys, did you feel like you had to take out certain subliminals or fix your wordplay? Because I'm just put out an example. I don't know why she's in my head tonight, but Cardi B, she had the song with Megan Thee Stallion. What was it? WAP. And you know, she had her daughter come in. It was like her first daughter come in, and it was just like, up, turn this off. And it's just like, well, you already made the song. Eventually, she will hear it. Right. So you already, should have known what was going to come with it.
I feel like, honestly, it's a parent's job to decide what they allow. Of course, this day and age is kind of hard to like shield exposure, but it's still possible doing the work. And I don't think that any music that I make, maybe when my son's 18 it'll be okay for him to hear it, but he probably not gonna listen to it because that's my kid, you know what I mean? Now I don't think that I may be as kids vulgar as like some artists would be.
Kids support their parents. You said your kids
I think my kids would listen to my songs, but I just feel like if it was like some WAP Cardi B something, they probably wouldn't. They'd probably be like, "Turn this off. This is my mom." You know.
Bro.
But I don't see myself like as that type of artist anyway. I don't think that creativity should be boxed. I think it just depends on the person. If I'm comfortable with singing it, I'll sing it. I'm just not gonna always play everything for my kids. Just like my sons, they get mad at me because you're not going to watch certain stuff. You're not going to play certain games, and you're not going to hang out with certain crowds. And if you don't like it, I'm sorry.
Let me tell you,
I'm not everybody mama. I'm yours. So
he hates
I don't know.
But such and such is mom. I'm not such and such is mom, baby.
That's what I'm saying. Because you a different type of person.
No, really.
Than such and such. It's not happening.
Are you prepared? Are you prepared for that though? Because having two boys, I know I dealt with it with my stepmom. I hated it. But, your mom sing? That's your mom? Dang. You know what I'm saying? Are you ready for that? Like, hey, look. I don't know. I'm sorry. But if you have that parental figure, especially music, and I'm already going to put you out there as being a superstar. You're out there. You have the image. They can be like, yo, mama, like, how would you like? Hey, look, son, it come with the territory, like, you know what I'm saying?
They're just gonna have to be okay. I mean,
no, really, it's like, what can you do about it?
I don't know.
No,
because I used to,
for your kid,
I used to hate it because I used to think I would
get. At least he's not like on OnlyFans. Like,
that's
like 10 times worse.
Yeah.
Like,
no, really,
I saw your
mom naked.
Guess what? I saw your mom on OnlyFans getting piped down yesterday.
That's wild.
That's way different.
Really?
I mean, I'd rather people be like, "Oh, your mom sings. I saw her music video." Than, "Hey, I just saw your mom get piped down."
I swear, I don't think women think about that.
I'm okay. So, for example, to take it off of Cardi B, Queen Naja, she makes beautiful music. But I don't know about y'all, but about a week ago, she made a post. She was at the pool, and I was like, now I'm a fan. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that.
You're a perv.
What?
Yeah.
I'm a man. It is what it is.
Yeah,
I love women.
I mean, her kid, her boy would probably just grow up and go, Ma, you could have kept that picture off of the internet.
Do the same thing to my mama.
Exactly.
Because, girl, who do you think you are?
No, really. Why were you wearing that?
No, ma'am.
What is wrong with you?
Archive the picture.
Your mama made you.
Mama, I remember my mom getting dressed up for the alley when I was a kid,
like,
bro.
Whether they big stars or not, everybody got seen a picture of their mom dressed up.
No,
and was
really.
Like, yo.
As a kid,
now they all in love with my
telling
mama, and I gotta talk to my friends about it. That's weird. They make jokes.
I had a homeboy who had a hot ass mom.
You know
Bro,
what I'm saying?
couldn't even.
I'm
Bro couldn't get a day. Bro couldn't get a day without somebody saying something about his mom, bro. She was so hot. Oh.
Would you ever let them perform?
Sorry.
Because you said Beyonce was an artist for you. And she puts what's the daughter's name? Blue Ivy during her her concerts or her tours. Would you ever consider that?
Again, it would depend on like age and appropriateness, of course. But my youngest baby, He is 3 and he loves to sing. All he does is sing all the time, and he's really good at it.
That's my
Which is
4-year-old.
weird because you're 3 years old, and it's like I'll play some music and I'm singing, and if I turn off the radio, he's still singing the song and he's hitting all the notes. So I feel like, of course, that's something that he likes to do. He might continue to want to do that, and maybe if he asks, yeah, you can sing this one, two, and then you gotta go.
Yeah. The reason why I say that is because I've noticed, like in the 90s, early 2000s, artists having their kids, we really didn't know if artists had kids. But nowadays, kids are, I'm not going to say they use them as like promotion, but now you see Kanye West with his daughter, and you see Beyonce with her daughter, and then you see Cardi B with and they bring them to the stage and they get them involved, and it's just like, yo.
Because look at what happens when you don't. Remember when Drake was hiding Aubrey or whatever the hell, Adonis, whatever the fuck that kid's name is, and then everybody was like, "Oh my God, you have a child! Oh, you didn't tell nobody." Everybody was all pissed about it because he didn't want his son having all of that fame and all that shit, so he wanted to try to keep him hidden. That's just why.
That's just because Pusha T brung that kid to life. Adonis was imaginary friend until Pusha T brung him to life, but it happens. You know what I'm saying?
Just saying. But everybody was tripping about it, and that's why now he's just like, he'll include them. And that's why these other people probably include their kids, so that people aren't like, "You're such a bad parent because your kid's not in the spotlight with you." Like, that's fucking ridiculous, but that's just...
What's your next thing? Like, what's the plan going forward from here?
Like that.
Well, I'm working on another project, so that's like my
What's
goal
that project
right now.
about? What's the topic?
Oh, it's still in the works. It's not a set topic yet. I'm doing a lot of different songs.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do people believe in telling stories in albums anymore? Or we just, and this is no disrespect nobody, but are we all just throwing songs on a project and calling it an album, or are we writing stories anymore? I had this conversation with an artist the other day, and that's why I'm asking this again. Because I feel like if I'm listening to an album, I want to listen to a story, to an audio story that's music that's telling a story, right? We just don't get that often anymore.
That's
like
we don't. Fault.
No,
labels are projecting artists to put out single. No,
and I get that, but I'm saying when artists do go into album mode, the last album that I heard that I felt was a story was Kendrick Lamar's album that he dropped a couple years ago. That was the last album that I heard that I felt like I heard a story within. You know what I'm saying? I miss those albums that it's like when you're listening to it from front to back, you just heard something that you're like, wow, I just like, that was a beautiful story. Like, to me, I just feel like albums need that aspect of it, to where it's like you're relaying this whole, like you're visualizing something, like you can have a whole movie out of this type of thing. You know what I mean?
Especially if you're taking years or a couple months to a year. I feel like, me as a listener, I expect a story. Like, what did you go through? What has changed? And like you said with your last album, you basically did that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, this is my life now. I'm a mom. I'm an artist. I'm an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is me. Catch up. You know what I'm saying? Before I go to the next chapter. So I love it.
Right. So I mean, how do you feel about that? Like, stories being told within the album, or do you think just, you know, put some songs that all sound good together on an album?
No, I think it's important to have a story, and I think that all projects should have some kind of purpose to them. The reason why I say I'm still in the works is because I'm still writing. So the story isn't done until the album's done. When I'm done,
100%,
when I get there, you know, then I've arrived. I definitely feel like since Forgotten Seeds, I've lived a decent amount of life in the past couple of years, and I went through a lot of changes and stuff. So definitely something to unpack. You want it to sound good, of course, and then each song is probably going to be just a little bit different part of the journey, you know? Right. But yes, still a story.
Yeah, I only asked because I'm working with an artist right now, and she's doing like a sex album, right? And I asked her the other day, like, all right, so what is it about though? She was just like, sex. I'm like, what about sex though? Like, what is your message in this album that you want to do? Like, or are you just straight just songs about getting freaky and nasty? Because like that can get real boring real quick.
Those are singles.
That, and you can do all of that in one or two songs. You know what I mean? So like we sat down and I helped her create the whole visual, what it is gonna turn into, like to where now we have details in the story. It's like, all right, so who are you having sex with? What
like, what is this person to you? Is this a boyfriend? Is this a person you're just fucking? Is this a fuck buddy? Is this, like, who is this person to you? How are you feeling towards this person? You know, what are the emotions? How did he get you there in the first place? You know, it's so like all these little details we have to put all together to create this whole visual for somebody. So that way, by the end of the album, they just watched an entire episode or an entire series or something. And they were like, damn, that was a fucking, you know, it gets them really like intrigued. I mean, for me personally.
Speaking of that, and I don't think I've seen it. I'm going to go back to your YouTube later. Music videos. Do we have anything? Or
I don't have any music videos right now.
Okay.
But I will soon. Working on it.
How soon? What you gonna shoot to?
Honestly, I really want to do a video for Vacation because
good choice.
Just love that song.
So I was waiting for you to say.
Very proud of that song.
I better see a horse going through blue waters. I know that.
Man, you have to be on the island, all right? I got a picture on the horse. You was not about to have no phone out in that water because it was a bumpy ride. I had to hold on.
Fuck
really?
That.
Yeah. My horse was good though. He was very nice. I appreciate him because I was scared.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to have my phone out there.
It was like rocky and everything, but it was beautiful.
She talking like it was a first person thing. Like, all right, Jerry, we going 2 miles now. Going through the water.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
You gotta
pretty
talk
much how
to
it
your
is.
horse.
We were friends. We had to become friends because you're not killing me in this water. I'm not getting thrown off. You know, the snakes, we all in the rainforest and stuff. We were doing way too much to not have a trust bond there. I had to trust the horse. So, yeah.
Well, I miss riding horses.
But I definitely couldn't record at the same time. I had to hold on.
Yeah. I know. I went kayaking a couple years ago, and I brought my phone in the water the first time, and it was solid. But the second time I went to go do it, I ended up not doing it. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to bring it this time. And you know what happened? These motherfuckers flipped my kayak. So if I had my phone, I would have been done.
I would have cried.
Luckily, I didn't have it that time. And then I was
gotta
in the
get
water.
the waterproof little bag thing. That's what I had when I went kayaking.
Yeah,
and I had it around my neck so I could still take videos and pictures. They were
Facts,
horrible.
facts.
I did get one good picture in the kayak, but once we got to the snorkeling part, it was just
fucking terrible.
underwater. I should have just let it go.
Right.
Well, we are at the end of the show here. We're past the 90-minute mark. So tell anybody anything else that you would like them to know, and then of course shout out your socials and all that.
Well, look forward to some new music. Follow me on Instagram at official Kosmic K, and stay tuned for more.
Music video coming soon, right?
Music video coming soon.
Any performances?
In the works. Don't have a date.
Okay, fair enough. Do you guys have anything else to ask or say before
I'm glad I wore the diamonds because when she hit that smile, she got the little diamond right there
she
too.
do.
That's a signature thing I've noticed. I was like,
she got them on the canines.
Like,
she do. I peeped them.
Thank you very much. Detail.
Huh?
That was it. Oh, I thought.
No, because when she hit that, she hit the mean smile. She,
Ding.
Make sure I had the glasses on. You ain't gonna blind me. It was serious.
Anyway, all right. I appreciate you stopping by today, Kay. This has been a pleasure. I hope we can have you back again.
Of course.
Next week, Astro Killer.
Astro.
Remember him?
Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah. So we got Astro next week, and until then, beats. If you guys need beats, hit up my website. If you need studio time, hit me up. We working. We're going to be doing the Spotlight Showcase. I forgot to do all this at the beginning. We're going to be starting the Spotlight Showcase. October 7th is going to be the first day. We're going to be doing it here. We're going to be doing it different. I just set up the room over there. We're going to have a nice little set up. You're going to go over there. You're going to perform. You're going to do a nice little performance live. And then you're going to come over here and you're going to talk to an industry professional. You're going to talk to Coco. And you're going to get interviewed. The first interview is going to be, the first industry professional that we got coming in is Jack of Spades. Jack of Spades is going to be coming in. He's going to do a little review on your music. He might pick somebody to go on the radio. You never know.
No desk.
Tiny desk type thing. But
no.
Anyway.
Rulers.
Oh.
Yeah, Ruler was like, can I bring my own desk and stand on it? I'm like, no, bro. No.
We love you, Ruler.
Love you, Ruler, but no. Anyway, all right, guys. Until next week, I appreciate everybody in chat. I appreciate all you guys for tuning in. Tatiana, Sarah, Julia, Juniana, whatever your name is.
Juanita.
Juanita. Oh, I can't even
Juanita.
read. I can't read
My
right
girl.
now. I'm so